Today, while it is today, seek him while he may be found. We are in the take that off. Getting ready to get ready to get ready. Hallelujah. 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 Oh my goodness. This is starting to go live more frequently. It's a determining factor. The evidence taking on a new level of responsibility in life, pushing the envelope closer to the edge, holding accountability, remembering that if somebody doesn't do something, like I heard the story a few years ago, right? New York City, in the middle of all these, like, I don't know, apartment buildings, let's say. Woman's getting raped on the street, right? And everybody's coming out the doors or out the window, opening the windows, and they're looking out, right? They're like, what's going on out there? All that noise, right? Woman's getting raped. They see, they're looking at it. Nobody calls the authorities, right? Nobody calls the authorities. Just goes down, just like that. Nobody says nothing. Hold on, boy. Everybody waiting for somebody else to make the call. Everybody waiting for somebody else to make the call. So I decided, right, to make the call. Even if nobody's listening, I'm still making the call. So, number one, when I look in the mirror, I made a decision. So, like most decisions, there's a level of accountability. Either way, right? It just takes time. So I decided a certain level of accountability for myself. I'll take on a new hobby. What is a hobby? Doing motivational speaking, motivational coach, right? Lead by example. Set the truth on your lips on fire. Right there. Just like it. Just like that. Watch. It gets better. It gets better, watch it. Even you go like this, right? I hadn't done this in a while. This morning was my first time that I'd actually done it in 5-10 years, something like that. I didn't even know if I could do it. So, I just did it. Let's see. Okay. 57 years old. So jump on. Got out the gate. Not even watching. Looking at the camera. Yeah. Who could do that? Who could do that? Live, right? So working on my every day. I'm working on my talks. So I started getting really on fire probably about, I don't know, 2 months ago, right? Started getting on fire in the backyard and just like my daughter, she's out in the front in her bedroom and she's like, oh my God, who needs a rooster around here? We got my dad out there making all this noise, waking everybody up. I'm blowing shofar. I'm getting ready for Feast of Trumpets. I'm doing, well, it can sound like bragging, but it's not bragging, it's just testimonial, right? The idea that we're supposed to be teaching young men to get strong. Because one day they're going to carry the weight of the world. The kingdom of God. The New Jerusalem. Who knows? Right? But if the storm comes and you ain't ready, your home is going to be taken, washed away. And you have nowhere to lay your head, right? Think about it. If you set the example, standard, and you're older, and the young guys, they come up, it's like, they see that you got stories, right? They're like, oh my goodness, money, right? All these young guys, well, there's been kind of a movement, especially during COVID. They were doing their best to cause the young men to not have vision. And the young men didn't know. They just didn't know they were allowing their vision to be completely taken away. They didn't even know it, right? So you're thinking, okay, I'm gonna sit at home and do nothing and get a paycheck. Sounds great. No, it doesn't sound great. What it sounds like is you're still on the bottle. You're still like a child, man. You need to get out there and find your purpose. Sometimes it's flipping burgers, right? You're standing next to some other dude. He's doing fries. You're doing burgers. And you're just talking. You're creating dialogue with that individual. You ain't gonna be there forever. Nothing except God lasts forever. So you're flipping burgers. You're like, you know what? I'm in my purpose. I'm giving value to my community. People are coming in here. I know this is junk food, but that's what they want. So, I'm here doing something to serve some value to my community. I'm making, who knows, right? It doesn't matter how much you're making right now. What matters is you're seeking out a purpose greater than yourself. See, people they want you to make yourself smaller so that they can shine, right? And it's the closest people to you that will shut down your vision. They try to close the eye. I say eye because it's the mind, right? It's the mind's eye, not the Egyptian practices of the, I forgot the name of it. It's not even important because it doesn't matter, right? It's just not their concept. This is renewing the mind concept. So the vision, when you close your eyes, right? See the difference between sight and vision. You don't need your eyeballs to have vision, but you need your eyeballs to have sight. Both are important. Both are good. But without vision, you can't plan. You can't see down the road where you're going to be. And the difference between humans and animals Vision. Animals, they live for today only. Eat today and survive today. That's it. They don't store up. Like ants, they store up, right? So there's difference. Some insects, they store up. Most insects, well, then you got squirrels, right? Squirrels, they stock up. Hey, kit. Hey, kit. That's the cat, right? That cat comes and lets me pet her. She lays down next to me, lets me pet her. I'm so blessed to have an animal choose to come around me and let me pet her. It's so nice. Anyway, so I came outside this morning, started getting my daily routine going, preparation for life, for the storm that's coming. No one knows about the storm coming exactly, right? Because you might talk about weather storm, and I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like Charlie Kirk dealt with, right? That kind of storm. The kind of storm his wife's dealing with right now. The people are saying that she's involved in the thing. It's like, maybe she is, maybe she isn't, but God knows. And their company is going to be challenged. But that shouldn't be your worries. That shouldn't be your worries. You got to get your vision. You got to decide for you where you're going. Because see, God has already put a seed of greatness in you. The seed of greatness. The seed of greatness is in you. It's already planted. Yep. So I got a couple things I got to do today. I'm going to get after them. I just thought I'd start out with a live today so I can get used to doing lives a little bit more. But we're going to give some serious, like, thoughts out there. We're hoping to get the young men to wake up, get out there and do something. We got too many men sitting around doing nothing. Way too many men. I ain't saying get a job. I ain't even saying that. But when you sit at home and do nothing all day and you ain't participating and giving back to the community and you keep getting this paycheck, there's accountability coming. Yeah, you think you could just kick it, get a paycheck, and not serve the community? Somehow? No value? You're not giving anything back? And you talk about reciprocating? I would ask questions, right? But for some of the ones that you can tell, it's like, there's nothing you can do to help them. They don't want help. They just want that paycheck every month. That's all they care about, money, right? Money is that's their God. They try to act like they got another God. Nah. If they had another God, they would realize that money is a surplus from God for you to get out there and do your part. Every day. Every day. Yep. Like today, I'm going to do my part, right? It doesn't sound like much. So my tire on my van went flat. I don't know how. So I got to take it off. And I got to take it to the guys and have them check it out. I'm going to be right there changing the whole environment. Just my presence around those people, where I'm at in line, and the person behind me changes their life. I'm nobody, right? I get that. But I can do that. And I become somebody then. I can become somebody. I can go into society and create a ripple, yet small, but a ripple. That's right. I get in front of somebody and slow them down. I get up to the stoplight, right? And they're trying to turn right, and I'm in the lane. They can't turn right. It's all changed. If I get out of that and I don't do that, I haven't done my part to be where I'm supposed to be, to impact society, even at that small micro level. I don't know why people don't know this. And I spent like 20, 30 years, something like that, in and out of the congregations. And the things that these mature, I mean, they wanted the money, man. I mean, it was like regular, it was like clockwork. You show up, you know they're going to ask for your money. You know that. Everybody knows it. It's not a secret. Every time you show up, they're gonna do two things. They're gonna ask for money, right? Generally. The other thing is certain, they're gonna be passing the plate around, or there's a third option. They're gonna have the box at the door, and they're gonna ask that you stop by and drop in an offering, a tithe, or some pastor's gift, or you know, you just don't know. But they're gonna come after your money. That's for sure. They're gonna tie it, right? They're gonna tie you. They're gonna tie you to tithing, Old Testament stuff, right? Which is fine. I get it. But the first question I'd ask is, excuse me, sir, are you a Levite? Of course, you ask them those questions, you already know the answer to that. Well, no, but I'm the pastor. It's like, can you show me where it says tithes and offerings go to the pastor? Can you show me that? Where it's written? The tithes go to the pastor? Can you show me that? Well, it's not really in there, but you know, Malachi, he said that you robbed me of tithes and offerings, so you still got to bring tithes and offerings. Like, okay, well, where do I bring them then? Where do I bring them? Where do I bring tithes and offerings? Where is it written that I do that, and for what purpose and location? What address? Any address? Is that what the book says? Of all the 250,000 different addresses, which is the right one? I'd like to know. So, I realized this, right? I did this one message. The Bible belt has been busted. The buckle has broken free. The church has just left the religions because the spirit. Yeah. They left the spirit. The religions, they left the spirit. So the people, they fled out to the wilderness where the spirit went, right? They're saying, oh, it's apostasy. You're an apostate. It's like, bro, the spirit's been gone from there for like 30 years. You ain't recognize that yet? Spirit's been gone. It was probably gone before I got there. But I was too stupid to realize. I was looking though, right? I was on the search. I went to these different addresses, these different doctrines, and learned them. Why not? Their doors are open, so I went in. I got baptized, and then I went to another. Oh, you did it wrong. You did baptism wrong. You need to do it our way. You need to do baptism the way we do it. I was like, oh, okay, because I don't know any better, right? I go and get baptized with them next. 10 years later, I show up to another group. I'm in their building. I'm having Bible study with their pastor, which is great, right? That's how it should be. It should be pastoring, it should be Bible studying. Oh, man. How did you get baptized? And I'm like, well, this is what I did, and this is how I got baptized. Oh, man, you did it wrong. You did baptism wrong. Like, what? Yeah, we got the truth. You got to get baptized the way we baptize. I was like, oh, okay. I got baptized again, right? So I'm on my third baptism. Which is fine, right? I'll get baptized again. Once is not enough, I don't think, right? The Essenes, see, they don't teach you about the Essenes. The Essenes, they did regular baptism. It was like ritual baptism. Like every day they bathed and cleaned. It's like renewing, refreshing, getting your body clean. Bottom line, right? Think about it. You're in the desert and you can wash that dust off of you. That stuff gets heavy. You get in the dust long enough and have it caked on you, your body feels heavy. Your skin can't really breathe. And then when you get sweaty, man, it just doesn't feel good, right? So you get in the water in the morning or in the evening, maybe both, right? Depending. If you have access, why not? So I'm dipping, cleansing. And this is another thing, right? Baptism is not still water. No. You got to be, see, when they did the cleansing in the temple, they used the Gishon spring because it was fresh, flowing water. And they cleansed the temple and the articles with this fresh, flowing water from Gishon spring at the threshing floor. Give that guy a hand. Give that guy a hand. Give that guy a hand. The threshing floor. It's not even, listen, here, picture this, let's say, maybe into your ears for your hearing. Why did Solomon build the temple where he built it at? Why? Why did he build it right there? Just to build it? It was a, prime real estate location, something like that. Prime real estate, brah. We're building it on the coast. High towers. Coastal view. No, it wasn't that at all. It wasn't about the location exactly. It was about the dwelling place of the Most High. See, the Most High spoke with David, and he said, this will be my resting place. I'll dwell here forever. So we're looking at that place right now. Right now. We're looking at that place. Well, I am anyway. Maybe I'm alone, but I think there's a few out there because I've been doing some searches and I've seen a few people that recognize that the threshing floor that David purchased. There's a few people that know about this. Not a lot. But the vast majority, you see, yesterday I did this live and I recorded it and I reviewed it and I was like, oh man, you're like crazy, like, I'm not sure if you're got an anger or what the deal is. And so I want to get, come on man, I want to get the picture. Servant of God, servant of the King, cupbearer, something like that. So I can be reminded of Nehemiah. Yep. Where's Nehemiah of today? The Temple Mount that they call the Temple Mount, if you've seen it, it's a mess, right? And they call this Temple Mount. The holy place, the dwelling of the Most High, which the location is wrong, right? And I don't know how they keep saying, this is the spot. Oh my goodness. What are we going to do? What are we going to do about that, man? So we're in the season of the fall feast. Yom Teruah, the Feast of Trumpets, has already passed. 10 days later, Yom Kippur, that passed yesterday. Some people are saying it's today, some people are saying it's yesterday. When I was watching, I don't know, Tom Stone or Bill Stone or whatever his name is, he's in the Senate or something like that, and he's saying the people are celebrating Yom Kippur. He said it yesterday. I did my own timing thing because it was way too hard. Like, I was trying to watch people live streaming the Feast of Trumpets to see it happen in Jerusalem. And it was just difficult. Like, nobody could do it. And I watched 3 or 4 different live streams that were on the spot, watching it from the Jerusalem camera that's pointing from the Jewish quarter to the Kotel, the wall. Nothing happened. I was all day, I was watching that. I was up in the morning before the sun came up watching, because they would be closing, right? See, my morning sunrise in Jerusalem, it's sunset is beginning. So when the sun is setting, think about this. When the sun is setting, the moon appears. The witness goes before the Sanhedrin or the leadership to proclaim the witness of the slithered moon, or the small, moon that makes itself visible. So then the leadership says, okay, go tell the watchmen, blow the shofar. They blow the shofar, trumpets, day 1, 7th month, start the time for the year. 10 days later, Yom Kippur, right? So they get their feast times, their season set, the fall feasts. And there's a lot to it, right? Then Sukkot. And the whole reason why today decided to go live is because Sukkot is coming up. And Sukkot, I think, is 5 days later after Yom Kippur. So that'd be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Monday night, so that would be Tuesday morning, that whole day, right? So Monday night to Tuesday night, 1 day. So it's 7 days, basically camping out with the Most High, remembering the wilderness, how that He took them from slavery and the things that they went through, not to forget what He's done, to the wilderness. Kind of important. Hallelujah. So anyway, we're attempting to begin the new phase, the new purpose, right? Pointing it out. I'm pointing it out, not at you. That guy right there that's in the camera, I'm pointing at that guy. Your new purpose. And how do you do that? Like, do you do what other people did? Like, you follow their pattern? If I was trying to do it for a job, maybe. But I ain't trying to do it for a job. I ain't trying to do it for money. The kingdom of God. See, people aren't stepping up. If we had enough people stepping up all over the country, all over the planet, to their purpose, imagine how crazy that would be. Purpose-driven people building something, preparing for the return or the coming or the revelation of the Messiah in this time and space for our awareness. Imagine what that looks like when everybody is preparing for that. Teaching little boys how to be, right, intelligent, read. Teaching little boys how to read. And go further, teaching them how to tell stories. Okay, put the book down, man. Put the book down. What did you learn? What did you learn? Well, I read one sentence. Okay, what did you learn in that one sentence? Explain. Did you learn anything? Well, I forgot. Go read it again. Okay, what did you learn from that one sentence? I can't remember. Like, man, I ain't trying to get you to repeat it. I'm trying to get you to learn. So that when you read something, it goes in your mind and you can understand what you just read and share it with somebody else. Not because you're trying to be a repeater, but because we're trying to pass the message. You can't pass a message you don't know. You can't pass a message you don't know. Like trying to tell somebody about being born again. I asked this young man the other day. We had this conversation. And it turns out he's an Eagle Scout, right? And so I asked him, yeah, are you a believer too? He goes, yeah, I'm a Christian. I go, are you born again? He goes, he didn't know what that meant, right? And I was like, no, I mean, do you know what that means? He goes, yeah. I go, okay, how did you do that? How did you get born again? What did you do to get born again? Did you do it yourself? So I'm standing there waiting. He's like, I don't know. I don't know. He didn't know if he's born again. So I took him kind of down there because I don't want to spoil what his dad's teaching him, right? Because he's like 18, 22 maybe, something like that. He's still a young man. I don't want to spoil whatever his dad's working on with him. But I did want to set on course the idea to ask his dad these questions. Because his dad may have taught him this, but maybe he just didn't learn it. So he could ask his dad, so Christians are supposed to be born again. How do you do that? And his dad could explain it to him. His dad could sit him down, spend time with him. I ain't trying to get in the way of that, right? But I think, right, the more questions we have concerning his promises, the more answers we're going to get. It's not the answers exactly that are important. It's the questions. What kind of questions are we asking today? What kind of questions are we bringing to those that know, right? Know what's going on. Like, say I go study something out. This guy standing up there, he's 65 years old. So I suspect he knows, right? So I start asking him silly questions that I already have the answers to, just to confirm whether or not he has the answers. Because it's like, maybe he knows more. I don't know. Maybe he's learned something in this that I haven't learned. And then he starts telling the story, and I'm like, oh, this guy doesn't even know. He says he's a Christian. He can't even tell you how he was born again. You were born again, but you don't know how? Maybe you... Next question, right? Well, then how do you know that you're born again if you don't know how you got born again? How do you know you're born again? How do you know? The Bible teaches you must be born again. You must be. It's not an option. It's just not an option. You must be born again. So as a believing individual, I would think you spend some time learning about that. Check this out. I want to show you something. Kind of cool, right? See this right here? Let's see if we can get a close-up. That there is a papaya. That's the papaya tree growing from a seed. Yup, papaya tree growing from a seed. Check this out. This is dope too. That one is actually older. That one's older. That one's been in the ground longer. Than that one. But see, location, location, location. This location seems to be a better spot. And giving this papaya tree better opportunity, right? So we're thinking about the seeds, planting seeds. These are practical lessons. See, the whole channel, the whole purpose for the channel is practical lessons to help people generally, right? To give practical lessons. That's the whole channel's purpose. Practical lessons. I know I've done some rap songs and storytelling and sitting down at the desk, and now I started going live, right? And so we're giving lessons. Now I want you to take you over to this one here, right? This one here is pretty dope. Look at this one is also a seed. Seed, bro. Grown from a seed. Trying to just do practical, right? This right here, the sago palm used to be over there. And it was kind of buried in behind all that stuff. Look at this avocado tree. This one's like 5 years old, 6 years old, something like that. Well, it was a tree when I put it in the ground. Oh, this is dope right here too. You're gonna like this. This is really like. This tree, this dragon fruit cactus plant, I gave it to my daughter when she was like 15 or something like that. She's like, what? Why would you give me something like this for my birthday, Dad? Right? And I was like, because one day it's going to grow dragon fruit and you're going to be able to eat dragon fruit every year. Last year, it grew its first fruit. We had it for like 15 years. I had it in a little vase over here for probably, I don't know, 8, 9 years. No fruit. Just growing. Didn't water it much. And I was like, it's not going to ever get really that big in a pot. It's going to stay small. So I planted it. My daughter, I set this up, bought this post right here, because I figured when the dragon fruit grows up, you want something to grow up on and grow over so it can grow up and grow down and grow big, right? I tell my daughter, you know, these big things, right? Like, you gotta build stuff, set a good foundation. So my daughter dug this ditch and planted this post, and it was kind of done, kind of cheesy, right? But she did it, right? It's just kind of leaning over, it's not that deep, and a lot of critiques, but she did it still. There it is. It ain't perfect, but look at that fruit up there. My daughter's so excited. Like 2 weeks ago, she pulled the first fruit off this season, cut it up, and we ate it. It wasn't a whole lot, but it was nice. Anyway, I thought I'd do a live today because, see, these going forward, we're gonna take this on the road. Yeah, we're gonna take it on the road. We're gonna go into the tire shop. We're gonna talk to people, get that tire pumped up, checked out, see if it's got any holes in it, plug them, put that tire back on. Maybe we'll do a live on it. I'm out.